Introduction. In the far reaches of East Asia lies a country where ancient traditions coexist with futuristic cities, a land of sacred temples, towering mountains, neon skylines, and deep cultural heritage. This is Japan, one of the most fascinating nations in the world. Stretching across an archipelago of more than 6,000 islands in the Pacific Ocean, Japan is a country shaped by both nature and history. From snow-covered mountains to volcanic landscapes, its geography has influenced the lives, traditions, and resilience of its people for thousands of years. At the heart of Japan stands the majestic Mount Fuji, the country's tallest and most iconic mountain. For centuries, this sacred peak has inspired poets, artists, and pilgrims, becoming a powerful symbol of Japanese identity and beauty. Yet Japan is also a nation that looks firmly toward the future. Cities such as Tokyo are among the most technologically advanced urban centers of the earth. Here, ultra-modern skyscrapers stand beside traditional shrines, creating a unique blend of the past and future. But Japan's story is far deeper than its modern achievements. Its culture was shaped by centuries of powerful dynasties, warrior traditions, and spiritual philosophies. The legendary era of the samurai defined Japan's feudal history, leaving behind a legacy of honor, discipline, and loyalty. Meanwhile, ancient religions such as Shinto and Buddhism have guided Japanese spirituality for centuries, influencing architecture, festivals, and daily life. Today, Japan is known not only for its history, but also for its global cultural impact. Japanese innovations in technology, cuisine, art, and entertainment have shaped modern culture worldwide. From the tranquil temples of Kyoto to the bustling streets of Tokyo, Japan offers a remarkable journey through time. Visitors can experience ancient rituals, world-famous cuisine, breathtaking landscapes, and some of the most advanced technology of the planet. But perhaps what makes Japan truly unique is the harmony between tradition and modern life. Here, the centuries-old customs continue to thrive alongside cutting-edge innovation. In this documentary, we will explore the story, the history, the culture, landscapes, and traditions that make Japan one of the most extraordinary countries in the world. From sacred mountains to futuristic cities, from ancient warriors to modern technology, the story of Japan is a journey unlike any other, and it is a story that continues to inspire the world. Geography and natural landscapes. The natural landscapes of Japan are among the most dramatic and diverse in the world. Stretching across the Pacific Ocean in the long arc, the country is composed of thousands of islands formed by powerful geological forces over millions of years. Japan's four main islands, Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku, each offer unique landscapes, climates, and ecosystems. Much of the country is mountainous. Nearly three-quarters of Japan's land is covered by mountains, forests, and rugged terrain. These dramatic landscapes have shaped where people live, how cities developed, and how Japanese culture evolved. Towering above all the peaks is the majestic Mount Fuji, rising 3,776 meters above the sea level. This perfectly shaped volcano is not only the highest mountain in Japan, but also one of the most recognizable natural landmarks on Earth. For centuries, Mount Fuji has been considered sacred and has appeared in countless works of art, literature, and poetry. But Japan's beauty is also shaped by powerful natural forces. The country sits along the Pacific Ring of Fire, one of the most active seismic regions on the planet. As a result, earthquakes and volcano eruptions are part of the natural rhythm of life in Japan. Despite these challenges, Japan has learned to adapt and build one of the most resilient societies in the world. Advanced engineering and strict building standards help cities withstand earthquakes while maintaining safety for millions of people. Japan's natural environment also creates spectacular seasonal beauty. In the spring, delicate cherry blossoms known as sakura blossom across the country, transforming parks and temples into seas of winged pink and white. This brief but breathtaking season is celebrated with festivals and gatherings known as hanami, where people gather to admire the blossom. During autumn, Japan's forests burst into a vibrant shade of red, orange, and gold. The colorful maples leaves known as momichi attract visitors from across the country and around the world. Japan's landscapes also include stunning coastlines, deep forests, and crystal clear lakes. In the north, the island of Hokkaido is famous for its snowy winters and wild natural beauty. In the south, subtropical islands offer warm beaches and coral reefs. From towering volcanoes to peaceful countryside villages, Japan's natural scenery offers extraordinary variety within a relatively small country. And through the centuries of living alongside powerful natural forces, the Japanese people have developed a deep respect for nature, one that continues to shape their culture, traditions, and way of life today. The history of Japan from samurai to modern nation. The history of Japan stretches back 1,000 years ago, shaped by powerful dynasties, legendary warriors, and dramatic transformations that would eventually turn the country into one of the world's most advanced nations. According to tradition, the imperial line of Japan began in 660 BC with the legendary Emperor Jimmu. Whether myth or history, this origin story reflects the deep cultural importance of the Japanese emperor, whose lineage is considered the oldest continuous monarchy in the world. For centuries, the emperor ruled the ancient capital of Kyoto, but real political power often belonged to powerful military leaders known as the shoguns. During Japan's feudal era, the country was dominated by the famous warrior class known as the samurai. These highly trained warriors followed a strict code of honor called Bushido, emphasizing loyalty, discipline, courage, and self-sacrifice. The samurai served powerful feudal lords called daimyo that controlled vast territories across the islands of Japan. Rivalries between these lords often led to intense conflicts and wars that shaped the country's early history. One of the most stable and influential periods in Japanese history began in 1603, when Tokugawa Ieyasu established the Tokugawa shogunate. In this era, known as the Edo period, lasted more than 250 years. During this time, Japan entered a long period of peace and strict social order. The capital moved to Edo, which would later become modern-day Tokyo. However, the Tokugawa government also adopted a policy of national isolation known as sakoku. For over 2 centuries, Japan limited contact with the outside world, allowing foreign trade only through carefully controlled ports. This isolation helped preserve Japanese culture but also slowed the technological development compared to rapidly industrialization Western nations. Everything changed in the mid-19th century. In 1853, American naval officer Matthew C. Perry arrived in Japan with powerful warships, demanding that the country open its ports to international trade. Faced with growing pressure from foreign powers, Japan underwent one of the most dramatic transformations in world history. In 1969, the Meiji Restoration ended the rule of the shoguns and restored political authority to the emperor. Under the leadership of Emperor Meiji, Japan rapidly modernized. The government adopted Western technologies, industrial systems, and military organizations while preserving core elements of Japanese culture. Within a few decades, Japan had transformed itself into a powerful industrial nation. During the 20th century, Japan experienced both dramatic expansion and devastating conflict. Particularly during World War II, the war ended in 1945 after the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In the decades that followed, Japan built its economy with remarkable speed. Through innovation, discipline, and economic reform, the country emerged as one of the world's leading technological and industrial powers. Today, Japan stands as a nation that successfully blends an ancient traditions with modern innovation. From the legendary samurai to the cutting-edge technology of the modern cities, Japan's history is a powerful story of resilience, transformation, and cultural pride. Part 4: Japanese Culture and Traditions. The culture of Japan is one of the most distinctive and refined in the world. For centuries, Japanese traditions have been shaped by deep respect for harmony, discipline, beauty, and nature. Even in today's modern society, many ancient customs remain an essential part of everyday life. One of the most iconic cultural symbols of Japan is the elegant traditions of the Japanese tea ceremony. Known as chanoyu, this ceremony is far more than simply drinking tea. It is a carefully choreographed ritual that reflects the Japanese philosophy of simplicity, mindfulness, and appreciation for the present moment. Another well-known cultural figure is the graceful geisha, originating in historic districts such as Kyoto. Geisha are highly trained artists skilled in classical music, dance, conversation, and traditional hospitality. Their presence represents the elegance and refinement of Japan's cultural heritage. Traditional clothing also plays an important role in Japanese culture. The beautiful kimono, with its intricate patterns and flowing design, has been worn for centuries. While modern Japanese people only typically wear Western-style clothing in daily life, kimonos are still worn during festivals, weddings, and special ceremonies. Seasonal celebrations are another important part of Japanese life. One of the most beloved traditions is the annual viewing of cherry blossoms known as hanami. During the spring, the delicate flowers of sakura bloom across the country, transforming parks, temples, and riversides into a breathtaking landscape of pink and white. Families and friends gather beneath the blossoms to celebrate the arrival of spring, enjoy food, music, and the beauty of nature. This tradition reflects a deeply rooted Japanese belief in the fleeting beauty of life. Japanese etiquette is also famous around the world for its emphasis on politeness and respect. Simple gestures such as bowing when greeting someone demonstrate humility and appreciation. Cleanliness, order, and consideration for others are highly valued aspects of Japanese society. Spiritual traditions continue to influence Japanese culture as well. Ancient shrines dedicated to Shinto can be found throughout the country, often surrounded by forests and natural landscapes. Meanwhile, the peaceful temples of Buddhism offer spaces for meditation and reflection. Together, these spiritual beliefs emphasize the harmony with nature and respect for ancestors. Japan's culture also celebrates craftsmanship and attention to detail, from handcrafted pottery to carefully prepared cuisine. The pursuit of perfection is a hallmark of Japanese tradition. Despite rapid modernization, these customs remain deeply rooted in Japanese identity. In Japan, the past is not forgotten. It is carefully preserved and honored. And through these traditions, the spirit of Japan continues to connect generations across time. Major cities in Japan. Modern Japan is fascinating with a blend of ancient tradition and cutting-edge innovation. Nowhere is this contrast more visible than the country's great cities. From futuristic skylines to centuries-old temples, Japanese cities tell the story of a nation that honors its past while embracing the future. The most famous city in Japan is undoubtedly Tokyo. As the capital and largest metropolitan area in the world, Tokyo is a vibrant center of technology, culture, fashion, and business. Neon lights illuminate the busy streets of districts like Shibuya Crossing, where thousands of people cross the intersection at once in a mesmerizing display of urban energy. Towering skyscrapers, high-speed trains, and endless entertainment make Tokyo one of the most dynamic cities on Earth. Yet, Tokyo is not only modern. Hidden among the busy streets are peaceful shrines and traditional gardens. The historic Sensoji Temple, located in the Asakusa district, is one of the city's most beloved landmarks. Visitors from around the world come to admire its bright red gates and centuries-old architecture. While Tokyo represents Japan's modern face, the city of Kyoto offers a glimpse into the nation's ancient soul. For more than 1,000 years, Kyoto served as Japan's imperial capital. Today, the city remains the cultural heart of this country. Its narrow streets, wooden houses, and historic temples preserve the atmosphere of traditional Japan. One of Kyoto's most breathtaking landmarks is the golden pavilion known as Kinkakuji. Covered in shimmering gold leaf and reflected in a tranquil pond, this temple is one of the most photographed sites in the country. Nearby, visitors can walk through the famous bamboo forest of Arashiyama Bamboo Grove, where towering green stalks swayed gently in the wind, creating a peaceful and almost magical atmosphere. Another major city that defines Japan's character is Osaka. Known for its lively spirit and incredible cuisine, Osaka is often called the nation's kitchen. Food lovers travel from across Japan to enjoy famous local dishes such as takoyaki and okonomiyaki. Food lovers, the city is also home to the impressive Osaka Castle, a powerful symbol of Japan's feudal history. Surrounded by stone walls and beautiful gardens, the castle stands as a reminder of the samurai era. Together, Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka represent three different faces of Japan: innovation, tradition, and vibrant everyday life. By exploring these cities, visitors can experience the incredible diversity that makes Japan such a unique and unforgettable country. Technology and economy of Japan. Japan is widely recognized as one of the most technological advanced nations in the world. Despite its limited natural resources, the country has built a powerful economy through innovation, engineering excellence, and a culture that values precision and dedication. After the devastation of World War II, Japan faced enormous challenges. Cities has been destroyed, industries collapsed, and the economy was in ruins. Yet within just a few decades, Japan achieved one of the most remarkable economic recoveries in modern history. By the 1970s and the 1980s, Japan had become the world's second largest economy and a global leader in manufacturing and technology. Some of the most famous companies in the world were founded in Japan. Electronics giants like Sony revolutionized entertainment and consumer electronics. Automobile manufacturers such as Toyota and Honda became global leaders in automotive innovation, producing vehicles known for their reliability and efficiency. Japanese companies also played a major role in the development of robotics and advanced manufacturing. In factories across the country, highly sophisticated robots work alongside human engineers to assemble cars, electronics, and precision machinery. Another symbol of Japan's technological achievement is the famous bullet train known as the Shinkansen. First introduced in 1964, the Shinkansen revolutionized transportation by connecting major cities with trains that travel at incredible speeds while maintaining an extraordinary record of safety and punctuality. Today, millions of passengers rely on this network every year. Japan's commitment to efficiency and innovation is also visible in everyday life. From automated convenience stores to advanced vending machines, technology plays a seamless role in Japanese society. Beyond heavy industry and transportation, Japan has also become a global cultural powerhouse through environment and media. Japanese animation, known as anime, has gained enormous popularity around the world. Iconic series and films have inspired generations of fans and influenced global pop culture. The country is also home to major video game developers such as Nintendo and Sony Interactive Entertainment, creators of beloved gaming franchises and consoles enjoyed by millions of players worldwide. Despite its technological success, Japan faces economic challenges today. One of the most significant issues is its aging population. As birth rate decline and life expectancy increases, the country must find ways to maintain economic growth while supporting an older population. Nevertheless, Japan continues to lead in areas such as robotics, artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and high-precision engineering. Through innovation, resilience, and a strong work ethic, Japan remains one of the most influential economies in the modern world. Culture and traditions of Japan. Japan's culture is one of the most unique and fascinating in the world. It is the culture shaped by centuries of history, deep respect for tradition, and a strong sense of harmony between people and nature. One of the most iconic cultural symbols of Japan is the legendary samurai. For hundreds of years, samurai warriors served powerful feudal lords and followed a strict moral code known as Bushido. Bushido emphasized loyalty, discipline, courage, and honor. Even today, these values continue to influence Japanese society, shaping attitudes toward work, responsibility, and respect. Another important cultural tradition is the elegant Japanese tea ceremony, known in Japanese as chanoyu. This ritual is much more than simply drinking tea. It is a carefully choreographed cultural experience that reflects the principles of harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. During the ceremony, guests gather in a peaceful tea room where host prepares powdered green tea with precise movements and graceful gestures. Every element from the tea bowl to the flower arrangement is chosen with great care. Traditional clothing also plays a special role in Japanese culture. The beautiful kimono is one of the most recognizable forms of dress in the world. Though modern Japanese people usually wear Western style clothing in daily life, kimonos are still worn during festivals, weddings, and important ceremonies. Another fascinating part of traditional Japanese society is the world of geisha. Often misunderstood, geisha are highly trained artists who specialize in music, dance, conversation, and cultural performance. In districts of cities like Kyoto, visitors may still catch a glimpse of geisha walking through lantern-lit streets on their way to evening performances. Japanese culture is also famous for its many colorful festivals known as matsuri. These festivals take place throughout the year and often include parades, music, traditional costumes, and fireworks. One of the most beloved seasonal traditions in Japan is the viewing of cherry blossom called hanami. Every spring, millions of people gather in parks to admire the delicate pink flowers of the cherry trees. The hanami is more than a celebration of nature. It reflects a deep Japanese appreciation for the beauty and impermanence of life. In modern times, Japan has also become a global cultural powerhouse through its entertainment industries. Japanese animation known as anime and illustrated comics called manga have gained enormous popularity worldwide. These creative forms of storytelling have influenced films, television, fashion, and art across the globe. By blending ancient traditions with modern creativity, Japan has built a cultural identity that is both deeply rooted in history and constantly evolving. It is this balance between the past and the present that makes Japan one of the most culturally fascinating countries on earth. Japanese cuisine. Japanese cuisine is widely admired around the world for its elegance, balance, and deep respect for natural flavors. Food in Japan is not only about taste, it is also about presentation, seasonality, and harmony with nature. One of the most famous Japanese dishes is sushi. Sushi typically consists of vinegared rice paired with fresh seafood, vegetables, or egg. While sushi is now enjoyed globally, its origins date back centuries in Japan, where it evolved into refined culinary art. In traditional sushi restaurants, highly skilled chefs often spend years mastering the technique required to prepare perfect sushi. Precision, freshness, and balance are essential to create the ideal bite. Another beloved Japanese dish is ramen. Ramen is a flavorful noodle soup that usually includes broth, wheat noodles, sliced pork, eggs, and vegetables. Though ramen originally came from China, Japan transformed it into one of its most iconic comfort foods. Today, different regions of Japan offer their own variations, each with unique broths and ingredients. A classic example of Japanese cooking technique is tempura. A tempura consists of a seafood or vegetables lightly battered and fried to create a crispy, delicate texture. Interestingly, tempura was influenced by the Portuguese cooking methods introduced to Japan during the 16th century. Over time, Japanese chefs refined the method into the light, airy style known today. Another luxury ingredient famous worldwide is Wagyu. Wagyu beef is prized for its intense marblling and tenderness, which create a rich and buttery flavor. Strict breeding and feeding standards ensure the exceptional quality of this meat. Some of the most famous varieties including Kobe beef, which is produced under highly controlled conditions. Japanese cuisine is also known for its emphasis on seasonal ingredients. Japanese ingredients throughout the year. Chefs adjust their menus to reflect the changing seasons using fresh produce and seafood available at that particular time. In the spring, delicate dishes celebrate cherry blossom season. In summer, lighter meals help people stay cool during the humid weather. Autumn brings mushroom and harvest food, while winter features warm soups and hearty dishes. Street food is another exciting part of Japanese food culture. In lively districts such as Osaka, visitors often can explore a wide variety of street snacks. One popular street food is takoyaki, a small round ball of batter filled with diced octopus and topped with savory sauces. Another favorite is okonomiyaki, a savory pancake made with cabbage, meat, seafood, and flavored toppings. Japanese cuisine has also received global recognition for its cultural importance. In 2013, traditional Japanese cuisine known as washoku was added to the UNESCO list of intangible cultural heritage. Washoku represents the philosophy behind Japanese cooking: respect for nature, seasonal balance, and harmony flavors. From humble street food to world-class fine dining, Japanese cuisine reflects the creativity, discipline, and beauty that define Japan itself. Famous places to visit in Japan. Japan is a country filled with breathtaking destinations where ancient temples stand behind modern skyscrapers and natural landscapes inspire millions of visitors each year. One of the most famous cities in the world is Tokyo. As the capital of Japan and one of the largest metropolitan areas on earth, Tokyo is the city where the future seems to come alive. Visitors can explore high-tech districts filled with neon lights, towering buildings, and massive shopping centers. Yet within this vast urban environment, peaceful shrines and traditional gardens still exist, offering moments of calm in the middle of the busy city. One of the most recognizable locations in Tokyo is the famous Shibuya crossing. Often called the busiest pedestrian intersection in the world, thousands of people cross the street at the same time when the traffic lights change. The scene has become an iconic symbol of modern Japan. Travelers, for looking for a deeper connection between history, often visit to Kyoto. For more than 1,000 years, Kyoto served as the imperial capital of Japan. Today, the city is famous for its stunning temples, peaceful gardens, and beautifully preserved traditional architecture. Among its many landmarks is the Golden Temple known as Kinkakuji. Covered in gold leaf and reflected in a tranquil pond, this temple is one of the most photographed sites in Japan. Another unforgettable landmark is the majestic Mount Fuji, rising 3,776 above the sea level. Mount Fuji is Japan's highest mountain and one of the most recognizable volcanoes in the world. For centuries, Mount Fuji has been considered a sacred mount and a powerful symbol of Japanese beauty and spirituality. Artists, poets, and pilgrims have long been inspired by its perfectly symmetrical shape. Further west lies the vibrant city of Osaka, famous for its lively atmosphere and incredible food culture. Osaka is often called Japan's kitchen because of its wide variety of delicious local dishes. The city also home to dazzling entertainment districts filled with colorful neon lights and energetic nightlife. Another city that carries deep historical meaning is Hiroshima, The city became known worldwide after the tragic events of the atomic bombing of Hiroshima during the final days of World War II. Today, Hiroshima stands as a powerful symbol of peace and resilience. The Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park honors the memory of those who lost their lives and reminds the world of the importance of peace. From futuristic cities to ancient temples and dramatic natural landscapes, Japan offers travelers an extraordinary journey through history, culture, and beauty. It is a destination where every place tells a story and every visit reveals something unforgettable. Conclusion: why Japan fascinates the world. Japan is a country that continues to fascinate the world with its remarkable balance between tradition and innovation. Few nations have managed to preserve ancient cultural heritage while simultaneously becoming leaders in modern technology and global influence. From the peaceful temples of Kyoto to the dazzling skyscrapers in Tokyo, Japan offers a journey through both history and the future. Visitors can experience centuries-old traditions such as tea ceremonies, elegant kimono culture, and several festivals that celebrate nature's beauty. At the same time, they can explore futuristic cities filled with advanced technology, high-speed trains, and world-leading innovation. Natural beauty also plays a central role in Japan's identity. The iconic peak of Mount Fuji continues to inspire artists, travelers, and spiritual seekers alike. Each season brings a new landscapes, from delicate cherry blossom in spring to vibrant autumn foliage. Japan's influence extends far beyond its borders. Through cuisine, film, animations, video games, and design, Japanese culture has reached audiences around the globe. Despite facing challenges such as aging population and economic shifts, Japan remains a nation refined by resilience, discipline, and creativity. Perhaps that is why Japan continues to capture the imagination of so many people. It is a place where ancient temples stand beside neon-lit skyscrapers, where centuries-old traditions coexist with cutting-edge technology. In Japan, the past is never forgotten. The present is constantly evolving, and the future is always being imagined. And that is what makes Japan one of the most fascinating countries in the world.